For a very long time, bro. Like ever since I mentioned about my podcast to you, I was like, "Hey, you have a bright future. I have a bright future. Let's team up. All right. Let's do this duo. Let's do this
Right,
podcast duo. Ben and Omar." But yeah,
right.
anything you gotta say?
Well, I've been waiting for this moment so long, and I hope like that all the people that are watching this really makes a successful future and stays blessed, and hope they're doing good today, and hope they have a Merry Christmas while they're listening.
Yep. Have a Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, and the Kwanzaa. And also, happy birthday to all the people who were born in December and November if I missed those birthdays, alright? Happy birthday to all of y'all. Right now, we're at 120, but all with the two topics that I want to talk about. Alright. About animation becoming CGI in a way, or basically, uh, and characters in general, and of
Yeah.
course slightly about school since school the school break is coming up again this time for December and not for Thanksgiving. But yeah, so my first question is, what do you think? All right, what do you think would be a cool a cool show or a cool movie that should be animated but is not animated?
To be honest, I honestly would think like how Disney and DreamWorks have like the 3D animation,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
and, I was thinking like they do like this big collab and crossover where they have these characters and they're like in this big world where they all like to meet up and like they become friends and stuff, and like all these other like real life movie like horror and action characters come to them, and like we just make this huge series out of it, and like one meets another and or one versus another, you know what I mean? So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's what I've been thinking.
hmm what I want to see animated is I want to see. I'm gonna point this out. I've always been a Batman fan in a way, but he's already been animated and whatnot. But I say the old like some old shows like Full House or some new shows
Hmm.
like any new shows that are live action and I think will actually be cool
Yeah.
animated because like I've always wondered what would it be like if we had this show animated instead of live action.
Right.
And another thing that I would have honestly liked to see that's live action, not animated, is maybe a few animes like not Dragon Tale, but Fairy Tale, maybe Seven Deadly Sins, and for those who might come at me, I don't care. My Hero Academia, honestly, I honestly want to see that. All right,
Hmm.
because despite the whole, how people talk about the fan base or whatever, or how My Hero Academia is kind of mid to some people. I don't care what else say. I honestly want to see My Hero Academia live action version. All right, it don't gotta be like Full House or anything. It can just be like kind of like how they're doing One Piece. They're doing One Piece, honestly. Like, I honestly want to see that happen. Because even though for what some people may say is kind of weird or whatever, or how it sucks maybe, I think One Piece is doing okay. I think One Piece is doing okay with it being live action. And at some point, I'm going to talk about Gear 5. At some point. At some point, I might talk about Gear 5. Because I kept on hearing about it on and on. And then I had kept on seeing the debates on how, Gear 5 can beat this guy, Gear 5 could be or not Gear 5, Gear 5th can beat this guy, beat this character, and some people actually went crazy by saying they could beat Goku, and I'm like, you know what? Nah. I'm gonna stay out of that because by all means, that is a whole nother conversation that needed to be stopped instantly. Like, because let's all let bygones be bygones. Just put it like this: the anime that we watch, in our opinion, are cool. All right, I may like
Right.
something, you might not like that thing. You may like an anime, I may not like that anime. Let's all let bygones be bygones, point blank. Now, what are your questions on like the CGI or animated to live action versions? What are your questions on it? or what do you have questions on with it?
Well, honestly, so my question is like to the people that are listening,
Hmm.
uh, what would they think if like they did it on every channel that show comes on, and like they stop, showing their regular shows, and like they just put it on each channel, and this will like the same moves that they perform from whoever's on that show. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
um, they perform it on that
Hmm.
channel anyway.
Okay, I see. I
But
see where you're going with that. I honestly see where you're going with that.
hmm
I honestly see what you're going with that. Is that's honestly cool. And plus another thing that I want to see like live action in a way is or not live action or at least like slightly more different is kind of how regular show did when it came to that one show that's kind of like regular show but it's not. I forgot the name of it, but you might know what I'm talking about.
um, wait, what is it?
Is that I can't remember the name of it, but it has like I think most of the voice actors of regular show or the like regular show but humanoid versions or whatever.
I might not know. I gotta check.
Ah, well, but like I honestly want actually yeah. Matter of fact, I want Gumball in a way. All right, it may seem weird, but I want to see Gumball as like a live action character. All right, I want to see Gumball as a live action Gumball as a live action character. I think it would be cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, any other shows, Benaya?
Uh, hmm. To be honest, nah. That's really it with that one. Now for the next topic. For the next topic is about school. So far, school is looking great for a lot of people. You know, winter is coming. Christmas break is coming up. What are your plans for that? What are your plans for that?
Uh, well, we're gonna be having a pajama party Christmas Eve at my grandma's house with all my cousins and our other families. So, um, and also after Christmas, the day when Christmas comes, actually,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I'll actually be able to see that gift that you're talking about that I'm excited about.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, one question about that gift: do you already have it?
Let's just say that right now it's still on my Amazon cart, but by the time tomorrow hits, or at least by the time maybe Monday or Tuesday of next week, it shall be bought
Okay.
and delivered to me.
Will I love it? Will I like it?
Yeah, of course you will. Of course you will. I know you will, cause I'm sure it's something that you're going to be absolutely happy for, and might be even
Yes.
surprised I was even able to get my hands on it.
Yeah. Don't tell me what it is, but like, is it like big? Not in a weird way.
No. It's not big. One of them might be heavy, but it's not. It's not big to where you need both hands. You could carry two of them in one hand, and the other one like I said in the text, you're gonna have to probably put it in the closet to hang it up. That's the only hint and the only thing that I'm gonna point out with that.
Is it a clothing?
One of them is. That's as far as I'm gonna put it. All right. One of them is clothing.
I'm just so excited. I'm sorry, I can't help it, man.
No, it's good. It's good, man. I like your vibe, man. I like your energy. It's cool. This is what the podcast has always needed. All right. I'm happy that I have you on as my co-host, man. I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
But
Me too.
the thing about me with school, since you know I'm in college, is that
Mhm.
I I enjoy college. Don't get me wrong. I love college, but the thing about it is a
Mhm.
whole different world. All right, it is a whole different world from
Oh, sure.
high school and everything else. Cause like with high school, especially nowadays, D's are passing. In some classes, as far as I'm concerned, in college, some D's are passing in some classes, as far as I'm concerned. Even after exams and whatnot, which I haven't gotten to yet, but I don't want to talk about it because I'll legit stress through this week because I thought my exams was this week, but it's next
Yeah.
week. But
And another thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we have EOCs. We have EOCs this week and next week. I'm kind of concerned. So like, you keep me like stay confident.
Yeah, of course, man. Cause like at first I wasn't confident on me going into my midterm exams or whatever because of how the fact that I did not feel ready. Like I did. I'm like a roller coaster, okay? I go up and down when it comes to my studies. At one point, I do study, and then at another point, I won't study. And then I will still go on top and get good average grades to where I don't fail, being I'm not an all A honor roll student. You feel me?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's basically the best way for me to describe myself, honestly. Really, the best way for me to describe myself, point blank.
Yeah.
But like, on my thing, like, I didn't. The moment I graduated, I'm happy that I graduated, but yet then again, I was sad for leaving because I've I've made myself a name there in a way. Like I was known as Big B and whatnot. Had good nicknames,
Yeah.
and a lot of people liked me. And even though I was single, still I had a lot of people who were friends and acquaintances, and according
Hmm.
and of
Hmm.
course like we're cool and whatnot. But yet at the
Right.
graduating, it was like, wow, I'm legit leaving y'all in not shambles, but I'm leaving y'all in a position to where I'm out and I'm away scot free. Meanwhile, you got about 2 or 3 years to go until you graduate, so that you won't have to
Right.
deal with this whole drama or this whole bad stuff that's going around in high school and whatnot. Now, sure, a few fights in a cafeteria or whatever, that's normal, all right? That's going to happen
Oh
every
yeah,
now
they've
and
been
then.
happening like crazy nowadays, man.
Yeah, but like with that certain that certain thing happening at that time, I blamed myself for a long time, but yet I gathered up the not the courage, but I gathered up I put myself together and it was like, yeah, honestly, it wasn't my fault that happened. I didn't have anything to do with that
Right.
certain situation. So I put myself together. I was like, you know what? Yeah, that's not on
Yeah.
me. I'm sorry that this happened, but it's not on me. Love all of y'all, and I'll see y'all at some point in life. God bless, and blah blah blah. And here we are now. Fast forward to now, to where now I'm in college, and I'm enjoying it. And I did have some struggles throughout the moments throughout my college moments, because for those who
Uh-huh.
may remember that one episode that I did, me talking about college, part one, I mentioned on how the fact that, like, college is a lot different from high school, and how the fact that, like, if you don't feel ready, then notify your counselor, your teachers, and especially tell your parents. All right, because like I know it may be
Right.
tough to tell your parents that yo, this is happening in college, stressing out, grades not doing good. What should I do?
Hmm.
Tell them what's up. Even when you get scared, tell them what's up. Because I'm sure that they'll have
Yeah,
it.
and
They'll
also can I mention another thing?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So back in May, when you graduated, around the time y'all seniors, like last year, were graduating.
Yeah.
Honestly, I cried because I noticed you were the only senior that I could look up to, and the only one that supported me. Because unlike other people in my grades or above, they
Mm-hmm.
just they look down on me. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which honestly does suck. That was one of the things that I was honestly upset about, because like that one time when you told me that you were caught by surprise. I'm gonna put it like that, so that it won't seem like as if you got in too much trouble or you got hurt. But like you got caught off surprise by three classmates. They were being mean to you and all that other stuff. And I got upset because I was like, man, you look up to me, and I wasn't there when you needed me, even though I was in class at that time, minding my own business. I was upset on how the fact that like that happened to you, and I I felt responsible for not looking after you at that time. But again, I put myself together and I was like, hey, I will make sure that everything is all good and whatnot. And I'll have some of my pals that are still in school to look after you and to be your quote unquote bodyguard or whatever. But yeah, like I cried too, cause legit the moment I walked off that stage and went home, I went downstairs and I cried. All right, I went well not downstairs. I went to my bed. All right, I went to my room, got on my bed, and I cried. I cried because I knew that like I left you, I left the people of our school, and I left the wonderful teachers that light and love me and whatnot. But really, I was sad on how the fact that like now that I left that school, my main concern was
Hmm.
who else are you going to look up to besides me? Like what other high schooler that's still there at that moment that you're going to look up to, or the high schooler that's going to look after you, while I'm legit, still trying to figure out my life in college. Really,
Right, right.
yeah. But because I cry because I miss you. Like I love you like a brother, man. I love you like a brother. I see you as a brother, man.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah.
And honestly, that day when you graduated, when
Mhm.
I cried, I honestly was thinking, am I ever gonna see him again? Will he ever be able to help me in school? Like, I was kind of worried too.
Yep.
Cause say like for example, say like I get into a fight with some kid,
Uh huh.
and everybody's like laughing at me for getting beat up or whatever, and like you're not there,
Yeah.
and like I become the new laughing stock with the school. It's like I just don't want to go to school anymore, type stuff. And I just feel like that school's just not a place for me at that moment.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
your thoughts?
Honestly, my thoughts on that is really on like really when it comes to that, like if you do ever get in a fight or someone wants to fight you and I'm not there at all, I have again, I'm gonna use air quotes, all right, bodyguards. A few of my friends that are still there. I asked them politely, hey, it's okay if you look after my brother. If anyone tries to mess with him, please do something about it because I'm friends with a guy. I'm friends with someone who like soccer. He plays soccer. I'm friends with someone who is on the football team, which I'm really proud of y'all though. I'm really proud of y'all getting that far to the playoffs. And I got another friend that's like that's also like a brother to me, and will make sure that you are safe and whatnot, no matter what. Like I love you as a brother and whatnot. So I
Yeah,
I'll do anything in my power legally to make sure that you're okay. All right.
right.
But like, cause like, but anyway, on with my thing. Uh, I like I mentioned in one of the episodes, I slightly struggled in a little bit in my college life just because I couldn't really handle all those classes. I had to like mentally take a break to where I notified both my classmates and my teacher that hey, I'm not going to be coming to class for these certain days because I'm not mentally there. I wasn't mentally here. Mental health is really important. All right, I want everybody to know this. Your mental health is very important. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. But ask for help. All right, asking for help is the best thing to do, man. Always check on your mental health. Always ask for help and whatnot and whatnot. All right, always ask for help. This is legit
Right.
a speech over here. This be 15 minutes long. But yeah, get your mental health together. Always do your best. Ask for help. And if you can't, if you mentally are not if you mentally are not ready for a certain class or you can't take these certain classes or not certain classes but a certain amount of classes I should say, then like talk to your advisor, talk to your instructor or professor, and ask for help and whatnot. Get it done, get it due, because it's way more efficient and way better to have the stuff that you need at your good pace than to have nothing at all. But yet you're just trying to push through. You're not asking for help and whatnot. And yeah, that's one thing about college. But got through it. Asked help, and God first, bloody blee, all of the stuff, and and yeah. Anything else? Anything else on your mind when it comes to school or the other subject that we talked about? Like any other controversial takes you want to do on it?
No, bro. I think that's it.
All right. And you got a quote of the day? Got a quote of the day, or you got a question for the youth for the people?
Well, my quote today is keep your head up, because when it's down, that's the way you're going, way your path is. Just keep your head up. That's all I'm gonna say.
Alrighty, man. Alrighty. Well, actually,
I
two
know
quotes
it
of the
may sound a
day.
little awkward, but
Yeah, I know it may sound awkward, but hey, it's life, man. It's life. You gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah,
Quote number one and quote number two, which is what I got right here. If
yeah.
you're going through something hard, keep going. Don't stop. And yes, that was my quotes in the yearbook, but still. Yeah, but yeah, this is really cool, man. I'm happy I was able to get this done and finally got the chance to do it, man, because I've been waiting for a very long time. All right, I've been waiting for this for a very long time.
Yeah, understandable, but
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank y'all for joining the podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Love all of y'all, and I'll catch y'all next time. Love y'all.
all right, see y'all.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.